Every word felt like it did not belong to him, yet he could not stop. When dawn came, the sun rose weak and pale, but Bataki had changed. The river that once sang outside the village now ran silent. The trees around the hut stood still, not a leaf moving, not a bird singing. The world itself seemed to hold its breath. The silent children on the second day, the children of Bataki, stopped speaking. One by one, their voices faded. At first, they whispered, then mouthed words without sound until finally they could only stare with wide, fearful eyes. The mothers wailed, the fathers grew angry. They begged the elders for answers. But the elders only said, the curse has begun its harvest. First the animals, then the children. Dainji tried to speak to them, but the children turned their heads away, all in the same motion, as though moved by a single hand. That night, he dreamt of walking into the forest. In his dream, he saw the children standing in rows, each holding a broken lamp, their eyes dark and hollow like the woman by the river. They lifted their hands to him and whispered without voices, "She is waiting." He woke drenched in sweat, and the sound of soft knocking at his door. The midnight knock the villagers had warned him, if you hear a knock at midnight, do not answer. But the knocking would not stop. 3 soft taps. Then silence. 3 more. Then silence. His lantern flickered, though no wind blew. His notebook lay open, and though his hand did not move, words began to appear on the page. Open the door. She has something to show you. Dainji gripped his satchel, trembling. He did not open the door, but in the morning he found something outside. Hoof prints leading into the forest. The council of elders, the elders gathered in the square. Their faces were carved with fear, their eyes hollow with sleeplessness. They spoke of a forbidden tale, one they had buried for generations. Bataki, they said, had once been asked for a sacrifice. Not of animals, not of crops, but of a child. The river spirits demanded it as payment for the village's survival, but the people had refused. They hid the child, giving instead a sacred sheep, hoping to deceive the spirits. The spirits accepted for a time, but the betrayal was never forgotten. And now, the woman with the hollow eyes had returned to claim what was denied, the disappearance. That evening, the first child vanished. Little Ojira, a boy no older than 6, was last seen standing near the river. His mother swore she heard him laughing, though no other children were near. By the time she reached the riverbank, only his footprints remained, ending at the water's edge. The villagers searched, but found nothing. No body, no clothes, no trace. When night fell, they heard him. His voice echoed through the forest, calling to his mother, "Mama, come and see the sheep," but everyone knew it was not him. Fear grew so heavy that even the elders began to lose hope. They said the curse had no end, that each night would bring another loss. Yet Dainji would not leave. He wrote and wrote, as if the story itself had trapped him. His notebook was now filled with words he could not remember writing, drawings of sheep with hollow eyes, maps of the forest that he had never walked. One night, as he stared at the pages, he realized the truth. The story was not his to write. The story was writing itself through him, and in the corner of the page, in handwriting not his own, a new sentence